The third major of the year is upon us as the best in the world travel to Muirfield for the 142nd Open Championship. Welcome to your one-stop shop for everything you need to know about the oldest major championship and the players fighting for that historic and revered claret jug. With Amanda Balionis, I'm John Swantek.
And Swan, talking about history, what better place to start than historic Muirfield Golf Club in Scotland? This course hosted its first Open all the way back in 1892, and since then we've seen a ton of impressive winners, including our defending champ Ernie Els, who returns to the course, reclaimed his first claret jug back in 2002. The Big Easy won here 11 years ago with a score of 6 under par, and we could be seeing much lower numbers this year because, very strangely, it's sunny and there isn't that much wind.
For now. Don't count on it. It's going to blow. It's Scotland. It always will. Great champions at this golf course through the years. Take a look at this steam list here, beginning with Gary Player in 1959. Jack Nicklaus has won here. Lee Trevino, Tom Watson, Nick Faldo. Ernie, as you mentioned, 11 years ago, Amanda. By the way, Faldo in the field this week playing with Tom Watson and Freddie Couples the first couple of days. How about that?
What a great way to honor the history and tradition of the Open Championship by putting those three guys together. It's going to be fun to watch, but something else fun to watch will be a little bit of Tiger Woods.
Speaking of great champions, of course, Tiger announced that he's ready to go. Make a healthy start at the Open Championship with that tendonitis in his left arm. With just 2 majors to go now, could this be the one that he claims to end the major championship drought that dates back to 2008?
Yeah, remember, he has not won since the 2008 U.S. Open, but he does have 4 wins in 2013. Don't forget that, people, and carded top 10s in 8 of his last 16 majors, so seems to be knocking on the door. Will this be the week?
Course sets up for him very well. Remember, back in 2002, he was right in the mix as Saturday began, and the weather was just horrendous, and he shot a plus 80 round, came back with a very nice round on Sunday, but he's chasing number 15. He's got to get the next one before he gets to 18, and 4th at the Masters this year, 38th at the U.S. Open his last 2 starts.
So while Tiger Woods tries to end the drought, another player that's probably sky high on confidence from claiming his first major championship, Englishman Justin Rose. He claimed the U.S. Open, and back in 2002 when the Open was held here at Muirfield, he tied for 22nd, but the confidence he has now this year has to be a game changer.
He's reached a different level. He has shed the major championship curse, but now the questions begin for Rose and for Adam Scott, quite frankly. When is the next one going to come? Let's take a look at Rose's record in the Open Championship through the years. Not so rosy, is it?
By the way, high maintenance. You're already thinking another major. Justin just claimed his. But yeah, let's take a look at this. 2 rounds under par since 2007. Now, keep that in perspective because there are not a lot of low numbers that go on at the Open Championship. Like you said, there's a lot of wind. Scoring is not going to be out of control, but combined 41 over par over the last 5 Open Championships and just 1 top 10 in 11 career starts. Now, Swan, Justin Rose was, of course, a fantastic story, but by far one of the best moments of this season had to be Adam Scott claiming his first major championship at Augusta and the first for his country as well. It was such a special moment, and it was almost impossible to ignore that this kind of felt like redemption for a guy that almost gave away the 2012 Open Championship. My question to you is, does this Masters win totally wipe out what happened last year?
Well, I think you have to go back to last year and the heartbreak that he suffered at Royal Lytham in giving the Open Championship to Ernie Els had everything to do with coming back to win at the Masters earlier this year. Scott pointed out how significant that was, that losing led him to winning back in April. And I think beyond that, his record in the Open Championship has been his best. It was just sort of a spotty record in the majors through the years, but Scott's been very good in the Open. That's been the best of his 4 majors.
Absolutely, and it can't hurt to have that green jacket packed with you to remind you that, hey, yeah, I should be pretty confident, right, when I come out to compete here. And by the way, talking about some international players, 5 of the 6 Opens have been won by internationals. Of course, the first 2 majors of this year also won by international players.
Last American to win, Stuart Sink in 2009. I'm not convinced. I still think Tom Watson won the British Open in 2009. Scott gets it going Thursday morning alongside Matt Kuchar and Luke Donald. They're off at 9:12 a.m. Eastern Time.
And let's take a look at some of our other featured groupings. Probably the most buzz that we're getting right now is Tiger Woods. He'll be teeing it up with Graham McDowell and Louis Oosthuizen in the first 2 rounds at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time.
Tiger, the betting favorite, as he typically is at major championships. bright and early, maybe dark and early East Coast time at 4:11. There's your U.S. Open winner Justin Rose alongside defending champion Ernie Els and Brandt Snedeker, the winner at Pebble Beach this year.
And of course, Rory McIlroy, all eyes will be on him. Can he get it going? He said he's waiting for something to click. Could this be the week that happens? He'll be teaming it up with Hideki Matsuyama. And of course, lefty Phil Mickelson coming off his first European win.
Yes, Mickelson misses the cut at the Greenbrier, then goes to the Scottish Open and wins. So Phil very much in the conversation. He's become a much better links player in the last several years.
What do we say? That's Phil being Phil, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's the only explanation there can be. Here's the air times for the Open Championship. Lots of coverage all week long on the ESPN and SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio.
Yep, you can catch the 2013 Open Championship on Thursday and Friday beginning at 4 a.m. Eastern Time. Set your alarms, people, all the way until 3 p.m. Saturday, 7 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. And on Sunday, 6 a.m. until the final putt drops.
Enjoy the coverage of the 142nd Open Championship from Muirfield.